Ah, time to be petty. I was waiting for them to go ahead and pull it, but since they won't wait, the drag won't wait. Who's in the building? Hey, y'all. Curls for Days was here first. Ladies here. Crazy Beautiful Lens is here. Coffee says, y'all so dirty. Oh, my God, we finna get dirty. Real dirty. Cosmetic Chick was here. Camille Davis here. Santana V. Simona Evans. Who else we got? Uniquely Me. I love cookies. Girl, me too. I love cookies. Holland Lord Goddess is here as usual. Fiddle your tittle. Ooh, I got jokes for that too. Hello, Honey Bee is here. All my girls in the building. Kay Sloan is here. Young Rising is here. I mean, y'all in the building. You know you're going to see your comment up there. You're going to see it if I didn't call your name. Okay. Situations like this always pulls down the draws of Blackistan. Let me explain. I don't think there is any argument to be made that DMX is not a piece of shit. I was going to say POS, but that wouldn't have hit hard enough. Okay? It always shows how Blackistan uplifts dirtbags. They are at a hospital right now, revving up motorcycles, acting a whole fool, praying for DMX, putting an X in front of their chest, looking like they're saying Wakanda forever for this boy. Me and my husband affectionately calls DMX Drug Maniac X because it fits a little bit better. This man has 500 children. Yes, I exaggerated, but the 5 is true. He has 15 children, which by math means that he's going to leave at least 15 people here on earth that are fucked up and have daddy issues at bare minimum. If I couldn't even find all of his children's names. I read an article, he didn't know all of his children's names. This is the shit we're dealing with. While all of those children were made, DMX was married. The fuck you mean pray for DMX? Pray for 15 children and I don't know how many baby mamas plus an ex-wife and a fiance, and I'm going to drag her too. This is that bullshit that when it dies off, fence sitters will say, well, it ain't that bad. You got to hit them while shit is happening before they pull the plug. During they pulling the plug. All of y'all already know that I'm a nurse. That group outside is annoying the shit out of the nurses. Not only that, that group of Pakistani citizens, they are not considering the other patients. They're not. It's people in that hospital that are sick that weren't drug maniacs that need to get rest. But fuck everybody when it comes to a Dusty. That's how it is when dealing with Pakistan. Okay? I want to show y'all something. Actually, let me tell y'all this first. My sources are heavy.com and medium.com. Okay? DMX was born in 1970. Want to take a stab in the dark and how long it took for him to start fucking up and getting a record? Any takers? He was born in 1970. He was already in the system because of some shit he did by 1986. This fool stole a junkyard dog from a junkyard. Okay? Then he escaped from the juvenile detention center. All right? This is who we're dealing with. DMX has charges that stem from stealing other people's dogs, to animal cruelty, to assault, to carjacking, robbery, and of course, drug charges. And there's a vigil being held right now for him. If I sat here and named 15 people, as a matter of fact, I'm going to shut up for 15 seconds. That'll let you know how many kids this motherfucker has. Go. Yeah, that bad. That bad. Let someone from his camp, remember Eve was in his camp? All she did was marry outside her race. Do y'all think that they will be outside of a hospital if she had, let's say, a stroke or something? Do you think they'd be holding a vigil for Eve? And her crime was what? Divesting. Time to share my screen. What you're looking at right now is media and Blackistan out here praying for a deadbeat, not praying for the children, praying for a deadbeat, drug maniac, assaulter, carjacker, and habitual womanizer. That's what's happening right now. I don't think that if Joe Biden died, who just gave them $1,400, by the way, that they will hold a vigil for him. At least he paid your light bill, bitch. Huh? This is annoying as fuck. And this is what Blackistan does. They praise degenerates and anybody that has a different walk of life that say, hey, let's do a little bit better. They become enemy of the fucking state. This is a mess. You couldn't get this many people out for, let's say, job applications, helping children. You just couldn't. But look at what they came out for. Disturbing everybody in the vicinity. The news is out there. 500 Mammies is out there. 98 Dusties is out there. You can't make this shit up. If you don't get your ass to the nearest divestment exit, I know something. Welcome, Harmon.
What up? Yo, I just want to say a few things, man. Like, this man had a rough life, dude. He had a rough life. You're all up on here hating him, asking to pull the plug. Like, you don't think that's wrong?
Yes, they're going to pull the fucking plug. Yes, I think he needs to go ahead and die. I said what I said. Are you here to take freedom?
You're a nurse and you're wishing death on somebody?
You damn right. Yes, I want them to pull the plug right.
Yo, do you know anything about this man's upbringing? Do you know anything?
I don't give a fuck. Tell me about your upbringing.
Hey, you know what? You're nasty.
Girl, get your motherfucking ass up here. Anyway, welcome, JoJo.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome.
For that person who hopped on.
Girl, did you see the cross? That's one of those they can do no wrong. Please consider his past. Please consider the oppression. Please consider everything but what the fuck he actually is.
I don't like that. We all had it rough. We all had something happen to us. I don't want to hear that.
Girl,
the black community is so damn toxic.
She don't give a fuck what happened to you. Only Drug Maniac X matters.
And I literally just woke up from my nap. I was like, I gotta hop on this.
Mammies are fucking creepy, man. I swear to God. While you have that cross too, go ahead and get baptized and divest, motherfucker. That's what you do. Welcome, Young Rising.
Hey.
How y'all doing today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Nirvana, for the super sticker. I appreciate that, babe.
Girl, you have me crying. Get the fuck off. What is wrong with her? But you know something? That's the first mammy to ever call. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on that. We're gonna work on getting her baptized because her motherfucking ass, they're like I said, they're psychopaths.
Yeah.
You don't know what he been through. Sounding like Sophia. All my life he had to fight. Get the fuck out of here.
Now that's the moving up in the YouTube world because it's the first time you got him, man.
Right?
All my life I had to fight. You know his upbringing? Do you know his children's upbringing? There's 15 motherfuckers out here that's gonna be pretty fucked up in the game. Anyway, like I was saying, pull the goddamn plug.
Divest is zealot. I had when you mentioned his kids, I googled his net worth, and apparently, according to Google, he's worth negative $1 million. So even if he does die, all his kids aren't getting shit. This man is perpetually broke. I'm so serious.
God, Lord help me.
Google it and put it on the screen. Even Wikipedia wrote negative $1 million. I have never seen that in my entire life.
I stayed up all night last night waiting for them to pull that damn plug. See, when stuff like this happens, Mother Earth is in self-cleaning mode. She's cleaning herself. She's on a period right now. So she's removing him. Pull that plug.
And then on top of that, y'all really pretending like y'all actually give a damn. The dude is a junkie. If y'all cared about him as much as y'all say y'all do, y'all would have got him in rehab and off drugs. But did you know? And then y'all talk about some on Instagram because I'm avoiding all the posts. So I go on to my Explore page. And why is it on my Explore page? I don't know. But it says we need people like DMX in this world. So we need junkies and criminals. That's what we
junkies,
need.
deadbeat dads, carjackers, what you name it, assaulters, habitual womanizers. He created at least 15 other people that's gonna have issues. It is what it is. Thank you, Lady Pasha. I appreciate you. Congratulations on your first mammy. Thank you. Thank you. And it had to be one with a cross. Try not to clown people's religion, but Lord have mercy, I'm noticing a trend here.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome, Sapphire.
Hey, I just want to say this real quick to old girl that just came on here. Check this out. Everybody was raised with a hard life. That's not no excuse. How long are we expected to coddle this man? This man is damn near, he's old as hell, and he has not cleaned up his act. How much coddling, how much, oh, he had a hard life can a person get? Like, we have all of this, we got all this motherfucking compassion for people like DMX, and then none for the people that really need it, and it's pissing me off.
Thank you. Somebody finally said it. Y'all want us to coddle these niggas so damn much for what? These are grown ass men. These are not our sons.
If they keep him in that vegetative state, I forget her name, Harmon, you could go wipe his ass, help out, make yourself useful. God damn it.
But wait, I have a question about that, DZ, because you're in the medical field. Since he's in a vegetative state, how long is he supposed to be on life support for? Like, won't they have to pull the plug?
At some point, the doctor will, put his foot down. But right now, from what I read, all of his children haven't come to see him. And as many kids as he has, we could be waiting until next year for that to be the, measuring point. The fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah, like my grandfather, he didn't pass on until his last child came to see him.
Yes, that's normally how they do that. They try to let them make closure and then they pull the plug. 9 times out of 10, when they bring in the brain scan and show the family or the whoever the power of attorney is that there's no activity, then and only then they believe it. And 9 times out of 10, they'll pull the plug after that. So they just waiting on his family members.
Okay, because I didn't know how that worked. But DMX is 50 years old, and the fact that we have people in our race fucking New York up over him is disgraceful. Just like how they went to Miami Beach and fucked it up. It's embarrassing.
Hey y'all,
oh hey Courtney.
Hey, how y'all doing, hun?
Awesome.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Awesome.
Okay, I just want to say something. I agree with a lot of things y'all saying. Wishing death on somebody, because I'm very scared. I'm very, I'm very superstitious about different things like that, because a lot of people wish death on me, and I had things happen. But this is the thing. When you're looking at these rappers, and I love DMX music and stuff like that, I ain't gonna even lie, I ain't gonna even front. But this is the thing. Y'all gotta understand, a lot of these rappers, not every one of them, but some of them have led a lot of people to hell and have encouraged negative things in the music. And that is part of the reason why actually Tupac died early. And I was on another panel, Miss Archduchess panel, and I was talking about Tupac. He had a 7-Day Theory album, right? Where he was hanging up as Jesus Christ.
I saw
and that is blasphemy. That is one thing you cannot be forgiven for. If anybody believe in Christianity, you cannot be forgiven for blasphemy. Because he was like, in his way, he was mocking the Holy Spirit. And it's a lot of blasphemous lyrics these rappers have. And the Hail Mary song. And the reason why I know Tupac was not innocent, because on that song, on that album, he had a song named Blasphemy. So he knew what he was doing. Same thing with DMX. He always talked about God. But this is the thing what I don't understand. They said, I was listening to this interview and it kind of broke my heart when they said that. I'm not sympathizing with him. This is what I'm saying. They said that he had his blunt, his weed laced at 14 years old by a 30-year-old man that was mentoring him. And I was really, that really hurt me, because him being an older man over a younger guy, that show you how degenerative Black African American males are. Black men.
When I saw him crying about that, Courtney, I felt absolutely nothing. Because if I tell any one of those nakers, as y'all call them, that I got molested at 7, they wouldn't give a fuck. So
you know what? You're right. You 100% right. And where is all this outrage when it's a Black woman? Like, I've been noticing Donna Summer, and she's one of my favorite singers. There was hardly, I didn't never hear nothing about her. She died of some type of kidney failure or something. I forgot what it was, but we didn't hear a damn thing about it because she was going with a white man. I hate the hypocrisy in the black community. I hate all this shit. Like, I don't wish death, but I would just say
I
it's a bunch
do.
of well, yeah, I would say it's a bunch. I would say it's a bunch of bullshit. If they're gonna have that energy for black men, hell, they didn't have that energy for everybody.
Girl,
For
they don't
black
even
women.
care. They don't even care about their damn mama, much less Donna Summers. Thank you, your favorite bad wench. And yes, I feel you, girl, on the trip. We done tripped. We wore the wrong our shoelaces were untied, by the way.
Somebody said that on the picture and I passed out laughing. I said, I am dead. But like, they don't care about us. They genuinely do not care about us. Just like he had his stuff laced. Guess what? There was a black woman that had her weed laced. What was it, with cocaine?
Mm-hmm.
I had to look for that information. I had to look for it. They're not talking about that, but they're going to talk about him having it though. No,
because they worship these nakers. I don't like.
No time
It
for that.
is what it is. It's
I'm
embarrassing as hell, but it is what it is.
But it was black women who was talking about this woman who went to a sleepover with, I think it was 9 or 10 white mothers who all their kids played on the football team together. So it was like a football mom type of sleepover. And she was the only black mom there. It was about 10 white women and 3 white men. And she turned up dead the next morning. Do you think any black man gave a damn about what happened to her that night?
Hell no.
That crime is still unsolved.
No, because like not JoJo, but like Courtney said on Miss Dutch's live, there's a belief that the black man is the devil. I still want to know more information about that, like how you got to that conclusion, Courtney. But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you how I got to that conclusion. Because it was also, when anybody read the Bible, they read in chapter 12 of Revelations about there's a woman that Satan is after her womb. And we were the first ones here. Black women were the first species here. So we used to reproduce through parthenogenesis. We used to create our own children by ourselves without men's help. So where did this thing come in where we needed a black male? He has to be the devil. Is no way. He has to be the one cast out of heaven. He has to be, because I want y'all to notice this. This is how you know that he's the devil. The devil is glorified. Mm-hmm. And then if you're God, you're hated. The world gonna hate you. Now, the world hates black women. The world, every time something happens to a black male, they kiss his ass, right?
Including black women. That's the ones that got me pissed off. Why are y'all out there crying and acting a damn donkey? Get the fuck from out there.
Yeah, but he has to be Satan, because if we were the first ones here and it was just us and he after our womb, it don't matter what we do, he's always after us. Like, he can date other races of women. He gotta always turn us. He gotta always bother us. He gotta always pick on us. Black men live to make black women life a living hell. They just can't go away. So that's how you know it's Satan. He want the glory of God. Black woman is God, right? He want our glory. He want our position. The devil want God position, right?
Courtney. So then, by that logic, would that mean that a third of the black female population, or 2/3 of the black female population, are they the fallen angels? If we're thinking about this biblically,
are they what?
Are they the fallen angels that went to hell with Satan or Lucifer?
Well, let me say this: some of them probably are, to a certain extent, because anytime, this is how you know. The black men that are white, right? They're going to have respect for the divine mother feminine, which is a black woman. The ones that don't have respect for the black woman, that's how you know that they're demonic. And they're not right, because I've known it's a couple of few, about 10 to 15, 20% black men around the planet that got respect for the divine mother feminine black woman. But the thing about it is, these black women, whoever you let in your room so much sometimes, whoever you sleep with, through your sperm, you start to think just like they think. I think it's a such thing as sperm comes to the brain. Since they sleep with these nakers so much, they start to think just like them, and they take on the spirit, because the spirit is whatever. When you sleep with somebody, you take their spirit through sex, through a soul tie. Since they're sleeping with them so much, they start to think just like them.
Well,
You
that's all
understand
they
what I'm
want, to
saying?
be honest with you. Yeah, that's all they want to be with. That they don't choose anything different. So, and I don't, I'm not real religious like that. It looks like black women are choosing Satan with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
this
choosing.
is how, let me explain that. Let me break that down. Okay. The thing about it is, we got to go back to ancient Egypt when we first went back. Okay, now we built the Sphinx, we built all these structures, and we were the pharaohs first, right? Because any black male that wanted to be appointed pharaoh, they was appointed through black women. Black women turned on each other and uplifted the nakers. That's how all this happened.
Well, that's current now. No
Yeah,
pyramids
they
in
still doing
sight.
that to this day.
Yeah, exactly. So this it's like a curse. It's kind of like a curse. Like we're cursed a little bit. It's true, and that's why if we didn't ever turn on each other and uplift this black male, but have you noticed every time the black male try to destroy us, the white man come after him?
Yeah, but
Because the white man is put here to keep him in check. Other races of men are put here to keep him in check.
so that answers my question from Friday, because I was asking Miss Archduchess, and I don't think people were understanding me, but I was like, what is the point? If all of this is true, because I need to be able to see things to believe it. Like I believe everything that in divestment, but this whole conversation about gods and just everything that related to spiritual
But
religion.
see, this is the thing what people don't understand, because I'm using I'm even though it's biblically, you could even apply this out of from the Bible. You don't even have to use the Bible. Y'all can see that it's something spiritually going on, even if you believe in another religion and some Christianity. You can apply that with any religion. You can apply that with anything and know that we're cursed because we turned on each other, and that this black male is a problem. The fact that Little Nas X came out with that Satan shoe and he went the #1 and he's being worshipped, that to show you that and then even in the video with Lil Nas X, the devil that he was twerking on and giving a lap dance to, it had black male features. So that was the white man through the media trying to tell black women, hey y'all look, the devil is a black male. They trying to throw hints, but nobody want to pay attention to it. It been in our faces right along.
That black men are hot trash, regardless of any pyramid, regardless of any music, they are hot trash.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that anybody wants to defend, if you're going to defend somebody, I mean, find a decent one if one exists. But DMX, girl, if you don't sit your ass down in several seats, you know what I mean?
I want to address a comment that I saw, but I didn't want to interrupt Courtney while she was talking. So, but it passed by. It was said, what did it say? It said, y'all must have never been to an inner city. Let me tell you something. I've been to an inner city, and I don't know what side of the fence sits is on. I don't know. But I've been to an inner city. I went to an inner city high school. I lived there for well over 10 years. Nothing these women are saying is wrong. There are a lot of women in Blackistan that don't know no damn better, and I was one of those women. And once when I knew better, I left. But for the black women who know better and chooses to stay, what happens to them is what happens to them. Plain and simple. Because once when I got hit to what was going on, I left. It's very, very simple. But when you grow up in that type of environment, you do not understand that something here is very, very wrong. I grew up around nothing but destructive black people my whole life, including my family. So by any means necessary, these women are not lying to you. Like, I cannot tell you how many, I was in the 9th grade, and I am surprised because I'm walking into school and everybody is high. Even people in my grade, and I am in the 9th fucking grade.
You know what? Have you noticed this, hon? Have you noticed that he has to be the devil? Because no matter where you put this black male around everything. You could put him on any part of the planet, any part of the world. It's always some bullshit and chaos and confusion, turning other races of women against black women, making all this go down. Robbery, crime, destruction, chaos. So he had to be the devil because he always in some bullshit. There's always some chaos and confusion around him. And you know the devil's the author of confusion. So there y'all go.
And illegitimate children. Don't forget that part.
Oh yeah.
And so how can we not say that this might not just be some divine consequence for his behavior, how he lived his life?
Who do
Of course it is. Of course it is. You know, I feel like these other celebrities are bullshitting him, BSing him, because this is the thing about it. They didn't get that man any help. And I don't even know, this man might be a blood sacrifice. It could be a lot of stuff that's into that industry. So it's like, it's crazy. It's like very, very weird. He's dying the way Tupac passed. Because notice when Tupac passed in the hospital, they had all kind of people holding a vigil outside the hospital. As soon as Tupac was announced dead, they had everybody outside the hospital waiting and putting, you know, having them candle lit and everything got there. So he's dying the same way.
I'll give y'all 5 seconds to answer this question. When's the last time you saw a vigil for a famous black woman artist that died that looked like what I just showed y'all? Go.
Never.
Never. I mean, like, what's her name? What's the name had problem with her kidneys? Her white husband. Why her name is slipped in my mind? I have absolutely no idea. Tina Turner. There we go. She had issues with her kidney and needed a kidney transplant. Do you see black people lining up to give it to her? Absolutely not. Her white husband had to give it to her.
And if it is anything, they should know all the bullshit she been through with Ike. So if it's anybody that's excused to date a white man or non-black man, it sure as hell should be Tina Turner. You see what I'm saying? They should never say nothing about her with that abusive ass evil Negro she was running away from.
But they do. They're still disrespecting Tina Turner. Some black dude dressed up as her, like making fun of her, and it's black women sharing that video, knowing everything that she's been through, knowing that she just dropped her documentary. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and like just think about everything that black men have ever said about black women on media, like everything like that. They even would go on DJ Vlad, you know, his whole web thing and embarrass themselves for free. He don't pay these men. They go on there for exposure. But let a black woman go on to a public platform or a TV show or whatever and say, yeah, I don't like black men. You know, I'm already black. I don't need no black babies. Or, you know, non-black men or lighter men are just better for me.
They'll drag that girl to hell. You'll never hear from her ass again.
They will rip her entire career.
Yeah, she'll be working at Walmart real.
Y'all, it gotta be some damn witchcraft going on, because for black men, for us black women and black men to be the same race and for them to be worshiping that, that's why I tell everybody, people just see black men and black women as a whole race, but they got to look at this shit spiritually. We are not the same at all. We are two different entities, and I be trying to tell black women that. They don't hear me though. I said that's why I agree that we got to be two different separate entities spiritually, because that we should, if we are of the same yoke, we should get the same response they get. It ain't no fucking way.
Y'all see that banner? They made fun of Whitney. Kanye paid for. You was going to say something?
They be calling her a crackhead and everything, still making fun of Whitney on drugs.
Oh, yeah.
They shit about this man.
Yeah, there's a day still get passed around to this day.
Kanye paid for the picture of Whitney in the bathroom. I feel nothing for DMX, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Honestly, I can't wait till they pull the plug so he can stay out my news feed. Pull it.
Oh no! They pull that plug. He gonna flood your news feed.
Girl, then I have to go sit my ass down in a corner and drink some tea because I can't take it, especially with him being the type of person that he is.
That's okay, DZ. If they flood our newsfeed, we just gonna do a marathon on Patreon. We ain't gonna worry about it.
Carol, He has the most, outside of murdering somebody. He's done it all. He's an asshole. So
all these men talk about murder. Ain't no proof he didn't murder somebody.
who did he murder?
I say ain't no proof he didn't.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say, well, God,
If he grew up in the boroughs of New York,
again.
if he grew up in the boroughs of New York and he grew up in that rough life, he done did some shit now. Trust me. And I'm not saying that all New Yorkers are like that. I'm talking about the rough, rugged street niggas. If he was a rough, rugged street nigga, he had called for some people to get murdered. Like, you know, somebody just what you call it when somebody set you up to be murdered? They do a what you call that, y'all?
Sacrifice.
Not a sacrifice. That's another word for it too. Well, a setup. They call it another word for a setup, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's another word for it, but they call a hit. Put a hit up. They don't tell her how many hits that nigga done put out on other people.
Child.
Cause didn't DMX
put hits out on people?
Didn't DMX come up in the 90s?
Yeah, he did.
You know, in the 90s, all these niggas was killers, apparently. All of them.
Soon as they pull the plug, I'm gonna be like, get at me, dog. Fuck him. Get at me, dog. Get the hell up out of this realm and let's do the damn thing. Next. Who's next?
I'm more so shocked at the mammies. Like, I saw a video today of a popular mammy. She has like almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and she was talking about how his music like helped her get through life. And I'm like, how?
What?
I can't say her name because she's really popular.
His most popular song is, what was it? That really
Hit Him Up, right? No?
I forgot the name of it.
Drop. Shut her down, open up shop.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is corny as fuck. That shit is corny as hell. The Riddler, aka the Mammy Slayer, says DMX was not set up. He had several stints in the hospital or where they had to use Narcan to bring him back. He was not set up.
He's a drug addict. Like, I don't know if it was you who posted it, but it was a divested woman. I think it was you that posted like that little clip of him with somebody else's dog.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. That was,
and they were complimenting how the dog would never turn on him and stuff like that. He was high as a damn kite. He was so high, it was ridiculous. And I was in the early 2000s. This man has been getting, there's no telling what damage is done to his brain because of the years that that's why I don't care. Y'all don't care about him. Y'all don't care about him. Because
y'all see how he act regular. Can you imagine what a DMX would be like that had brain damage? I'm worried. I'm scared to tell.
Have brain damage.
Y'all heard Demi Lovato, this Latino chick that sings, which is she's a cute girl or whatever, because she suffered from drug addiction and stuff. They be crying her all up and I be like, bitch, I'm tired of you. I want to hear that. But Demi Lovato said, oh, it could have been me. I feel bad. It could have been me.
But you know what's so crazy though? It's not like you couldn't speak on it. Let somebody who don't speak on it, they're going to attack you. Like, let me give you an example. Let's say any one of us let's say we got 200,000 followers on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and we make money from the internet. As a Black woman, if you think for a second you could come out and say, pull the plug publicly with your face, all of your brand deals are going to get pulled. You will no longer be able to make money on the internet. You better go get a job, a regular job. You're done.
And hopefully you can get a job because, hey, what if the interviewer saw the goddamn shit? You're not allowed to speak your mind at all. And what I should have said in the beginning was, I'm getting ready to be disrespectful. But when am I not disrespectful, though? I'm always disrespectful. So everybody knew what this was fixing to be.
Exactly. And it's just like, they don't care. They pretend to care, but they don't care because they allowed this man to get himself to this point. He has been high since the early 2000s. You do not know how bad his brain function really is.
They had him running through a hotel room butt naked on some scenery. Like, that nigga fucked up bad. Anytime you get that high that you unaware of yourself and you run in the hotel room down the hall butt naked with your penis out, baby, you're gone. I mean, you're
But
gone.
remember, the mammy said that we need him in the world. What would we ever do without a goddamn drug maniac running around naked? I don't know how we'll ever survive. The fuck?
And I think that he low-key told that story about what happened to him as a kid to like garner sympathy. Because you got to think about it, like he's getting older. And a lot of black men, when they're getting older, they want sympathy because they want someone to care about them. They want someone to coddle them towards the end of their life.
Someone made an attempt to do that here. That's why I'm confused. They're coddling him all over the internet. Go find someone. Run along. Run along. Welcome. Don't try it, sir. Uh-oh. She might have fell asleep on us.
No.
Anyway, go ahead.
You know what? Now that I think about what you said about he trying to use that to garner sympathy, it's all making perfect good sense because, like, you got to look at the time periods. I think DMX was in drugs ever since the 90s, not early 2000s, but the late to mid 90s.
He claimed he was down there since he was 14.
Yeah, since he was 14. So he had some time to get some help. And these people in the industry, they be ready to blood sacrifice him. They're doing that too. It's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all don't see behind the scene, but he also did it to himself. But if they really cared about this man, they should have got this man some help a long time ago. What was LL Cool J, Redman, Method Man? That was all signed. I love Method Man, so I ain't gonna even talk bad about him. I'm in love with him. But
with who?
Method Man. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
That man fine.
We got to do one-on-one.
He the only one. Huh?
I said, girl, we got to do a one-on-one. I got to talk to you.
Method Man is huge. I've seen him in person. That man is huge.
Yeah, he lifts a lot. The woman who said that if Eve start caping for DMX, she's gonna scream, says she probably don't have no choice. And I think she still does that to that day talk show. I don't think she has a choice in whether or not she caped for that man or not. Y'all gotta understand, when you are in the public and you are a black woman, you really don't have any choices in what you do in regards to black men, because the whole world coddle these men. The world coddle these men. You don't have a fucking choice.
Jojo, I have to disagree with you on that. And I'm going to tell you why. The only reason why the whole world does that is because we do that. The moment we, on a collective standpoint, say, fuck these niggas, everybody else is going to say, fuck these niggas. They're just waiting. Because, again, everybody follows what we're doing. No matter what we do, they're going to follow, whether it's good or bad. Because we coddle these niggas, everybody else does, even though the entire world knows that they ain't shit. That's why they can get shot up on camera for the whole world to see. And everybody got to come outside to protest for these niggas just for the man to reach trial. Not to get a conviction, but just to reach trial. If all those black men, if all those nannies and mules weren't outside, I promise you, nobody would give a fuck, and we wouldn't even know who the fuck George Floyd is. So I don't think we need to sit here and give these niggas credit. If anything, the real issue is the media mammies, because they're the ones that have the power to control their narrative. They're the ones that pressure other black women to cape for niggas.
And here's the thing, sis, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but for that to happen, it has to happen on a massive scale. So for us not to be pressured to either speak up or just not say nothing at all, because she has the choice to not speak at all. And like I said, she's still on that daytime TV show, so they might ask her to say something because she is a black woman on that show. So for that to happen, it would have to happen on a massive scale, meaning either all black women would just have to say fuck y'all, or all black women just stop talking. Stop talking about black men, stop uplifting them, stop talking about their problems, stop talking altogether. This would have to happen on a massive scale. If it happens one at a time, these black women will get attacked. And I say that because this is something I've seen. So that's why I said a lot of these women who are in the public eye have absolutely no choice. Like we talked about the feminine fancy at some point, and somebody was like, she's so unproblematic. Yeah, does she have a choice? She not only makes money from the internet, but she's a freelancer as well. She gets paid from this.
I think it's very different. It's who speaks up about it. It's not about black women not talking at all. It's, are you a black woman? You not scared what the consequences are. There's some black women, they will roast the hell out of somebody and you have nothing but respect for her because she will talk. She don't give a damn about what you have to say, what you have to. It's when you're scared that other people start attacking you. But when you tell them up front, like, I don't give a damn, like Divested did, girl, child, please, nobody give a damn about that.
Yeah, respect.
You know
Because
what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If I were ever to like work in media or to ever be famous, I would never sit here and cape for no nigga. I wouldn't even speak about a nigga because I wouldn't even associate with them. Now, as far
Yeah,
as
the best thing to
people,
do is keep your mouth shut if you don't have anything good to say, because we've taught the world that they need to be coddled. As soon as we step out of the, mainstream and say, hey, he's a pretty bad person, they turn that vitriol back to you.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I meant. It gets turned right back on you. And for the world to not do that anymore, first of all, white women are already doing it. They're getting tired of them anyway. But it needs to happen on a massive scale. Like if I or any one of you had got a whole bunch of followers for whatever reason, because people go viral every day, and we are put in the public eye, you got to move very carefully, because you can get a brand deal pulled at any time for any reason.
Well, all you got to do is look at what we did. We got out here, started shouting, started acting like black men were so up under attack, and the world said, okay, they're
And
under
you know
attack.
why? You know why we did that? Because it's like when black women, for example, I have to use this for example, like if we uplift black men image, we always thought by default they were going to come by and do us the same way.
We had no examples. We had no examples, and they weren't going to help us at all. I'm talking about black men. Every time they get a little bit of freedom, they go and they start dragging us.
They show their ass. It's like they want to be, and they talk about white supremacy. They talk about racism. But the thing about the whole thing is they're just mad because they don't have a better position in it. If they could be on the same level and do the oppressing, they'll be doing the same thing. Which they show you give them black men an inch, they run a mile. And I'm glad that the white man ain't taking his foot off that damn necks. And what do y'all think about this Asian hate? Because I don't think black people
explain that.
Go ahead.
Because I've been doing a little research on this myself, and sometimes I'll go on their Instagram page called Next Shark and I'll look on there. What I think it is that the areas that are highly populated with Asian people, you'll have Glocktavius pistol whipping their elders and their women because they view them as defenseless. Because niggas don't have the fear that they don't have the same fear that they have for the white man towards the Asian man. And I think because of how the Asian man represents himself and how the Western society views him. Like we view Asian men as effeminate. We don't ever think of them as masculine. That's why media plays a huge role into why they're such an easy target. Because when I was doing research, I had no idea these people didn't carry guns. Or at least not on a massive standpoint. They don't carry guns at all, which makes them a huge target for criminals because criminals carry guns. And there's a lot of them in our group. So it's just, niggas have created an easy target. Another easy target. That's what I'm getting from this.
Okay.
Not wrong, because they get promoted as these weak, short, little, tiny dick men that can't do anything outside of math and science.
Yeah, I be hearing Korean men, they packing like a motherfucker. I be hearing that they things
Korean men just fine in general, okay?
Right?
You know what I know, they just fine in general.
Right? You know what I'm saying? This man named Steven Ewan is the finest thing ever. And I'm so mad he got a wife.
Korean men I'm sorry, let me stop you there for a second. It depends on what type of Asian you talk. If it's Middle Eastern, they got guns, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me be specific. I'm talking about the East Asians. Because I don't know what they have some kind of passive nature to them. So they're not really violent. Here in the US, they're not violent.
Well, they were surely violent to us. There's some weren't there some cases with Asian men attacking black women? No?
Yeah, in the nail salons.
Yeah.
And those
nail salons, hair stores.
Yeah, those are bitch made motherfuckers. Because and this will be a general rule for me, I don't understand how people bully and attack Black women. You already know we're by ourselves, and yet you still do it.
And that's why they do
so
it, because
pathetic.
That's why it's done, because your men have fucking failed. They know if they go to your damn jaw, nobody's gonna come give them any consequences. That's why, you know, you got to get your own protection, i.e. divest and create your own little area of protection, because it will not happen as a group. Cha Girl says she's from Black Femicide. She says she wished she could tell y'all what she had been told by Black folks. I wish you could tell us too, girl.
Come up and tell us, you know what I'm saying? Come up, Cha Girl, and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, what's happening?
For real, for real.
Where I came from in Blackistan, it's just a whole lot of delusions going on. Just like everybody is fucking delusional. Like the city that I came from is 10,000 people, 95% Black. And everybody is delusional. Like when they went out marching and y'all posting it, I'm going absolutely nowhere. Thank you. Like every time I went for a job, where did I went? To the white neighborhoods. We're literally 5 minutes away from the white neighborhoods. And whenever I look for a job, that's where I went, because y'all are fucking ignorant. All y'all are ignorant. My cousins came to visit from out of town and nearly got into a fight with y'all because y'all was in a conversation that had nothing to do with you. My cousin is having a conversation with her sister and her sister's husband. They're laughing and joking in the car. They get up to the window. This bitch gonna say, were you talking to me? Does it sound like she was talking to you, stupid? Why is you all up in her business?
Welcome, Nubia.
That's why I couldn't work out there.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
We can hear you.
Hey, yeah. So I just wanted to add on to that, what one of the ladies were saying about the Asian hate.
Hey, Nubian.
Hey, yeah. So it just made me think, like, I just saw on YouTube earlier that there's this rapper named YG. He's from the West Coast. He's from California. They just banned him from Spotify, YouTube, and Apple because of a song that he made about Asian people, where he was talking about robbing Asian people's their homes because they don't have money in the bank.
They should have been got his ass out of there, because with them color ass statements he made to a Black woman, that's his damn karma. He need to sit his ass down somewhere. Thank God.
Nubian Blake, I just watched that video. They took that song off of Spotify, because I just went on Spotify and his music is still on here, like his profile and everything.
Oh, I hope they come for him.
I was wondering about that.
Something, because that's disgusting.
But everybody know about YG, and he still don't receive no type of repression. Like in his song, what is it, Big Bank or something like that? He talks about how he spends his money, how white people spend his money. Like white people, white women, all up in his music. Another thing, he fetishizes his own daughter.
Yeah.
When Nipsey died, he said, you know, they're gonna be some problems out here. We got these beautiful light-skinned daughters. They're gonna be some problems. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That
he got the whitest thing he could find. Kalani, the singer, they're dating. He got the whitest looking one he could find. No offense, nothing against light skinned one, but she's biracial. So he got the lightest one he could find because he color struck.
Yeah, I also think that whole light skin thing is really rooted in pedophilia. Like, if they had critical thinking skills, they should stop saying that out loud, because it's gross.
It's nasty. It's plain as just nasty. That is your child.
Yeah, he was on a radio station and they were asking about his daughter, or he brought up his daughter, and he was like, yeah, she's light skinned. And the radio host, they all knew where he was going with that. So they was like, no, don't do this. Don't do this.
It was literally the only thing he could say. Literally the only thing he could say was that she's light skinned and pretty. That's it. He couldn't say anything else about his child.
Do y'all see what your favorite said in the chat? She wrote, a Black man punched and kicked a 65-year-old Asian woman and murdered his mom in 2002.
That is a damn see, didn't I tell y'all the motherfucker with the devil? Y'all, that's a demon doing that type of stuff there.
Yeah, like you should have saw this video that they posted on their Instagram page. This nigga in New York literally drop kicked this Asian woman, and everybody in the store just sat there and watched.
I think I watched that.
I saw that.
Alexis,
that was
the crime rate is so high because after this whole COVID thing, and them just dropping a lot of people.
Yo,
Like, this is crazy.
It's
is
insane.
crazy.
Like, have y'all ever seen something like this before? I'm only 20, so I have never viewed something like this. I've never seen a lot of crime like this on TV. Like, is this new for y'all?
Girl, I am only 4 years older than you, and no, it's not new.
And I'm a lot older than y'all, and no, it's not new.
I lived in areas, and I've seen it before. I've even seen it on media. Like,
yeah, back
is
where
it
I
just
came
more
from.
polarizing?
So if you lived in an area in a city where there's a high crime rate and a lot of things going on, you already know.
Yeah, like what is where I came from? We dropping like flies, and by we I mean black women dropping like fucking flies. I left in the nick of time. Every time there's a black woman that's still missing to this day from my area. Still missing to this day. It's been nearly 2 years. And she was last seen with a black man who left the state when she turned up missing. There was another man who was being provided for by his nanny. And guess what she is? She dead. And he killed himself. People keep on. And then I saw the comments. Just because he's dead, it don't mean he's guilty. Why would he kill himself if he didn't kill her?
Fuck out of here. They make all kind of excuses. Why don't you care about black men? Because I'm not a retard, idiot. Welcome to the show, Elle.
Hello there.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to touch on a few things, and then I'm going to hop off the panel so somebody else can come on because your panel is full. I see everybody is ready to call.
We be getting it on over
everybody
here,
is ready to call and click clock. So I want to go back to the original story, the original reason for the live. I cannot stand DMX because he was a horrible father. I said it in the chat. He was a horrible father and a horrible husband. The way he used to cheat on that Tashira, who helped him when he got out of group home and all that shit. Because, yeah, his mom did treat him bad and did abuse him. And she treated him like she did never want him. But you know what I say to that? If you know that's how you was treated and how it made you feel, why would you go get a woman, treat her bad, and create kids, and then abandon your damn kids and your woman if you know how it felt when your mama did it to you? So I can't stand all these excuses that get made. Oh, well, he had a rough life. Yeah. We've had rough lives. I had a rough life, but that should give you the incentive to want to turn around and do the complete opposite, because you know how that loneliness feel. You know how that rejection feel. You know, so he knew what the fuck he was doing. And I don't know if y'all watched it, but I remember back some years ago when him and his son, his oldest son, did Iyanla Fix My Life show. And he gaslighted his damn son the whole motherfucking time. His son was giving him pinpoints of shit that he could remember from his childhood, where he was telling him, hey, you know, I remember when you used to take me to the studio with you and you used to cheat on mom in front of me with other women that was at the studio. And DMX was like, oh, no, I wasn't doing nothing like that. And he was like, yes, you was, Dad. I seen you. I know what you was doing. I'm like, damn, that just goes back to how they take no accountability, no responsibility for any fucking
them
thing.
niggas want no accountability if it stood them in their face and they were gonna die, child.
And he was on drugs all his motherfucking life. And I heard some people saying, why didn't nobody get him help? Look, it's nobody else's responsibility, because doing drugs is a damn choice. If you choosing to be on drugs when you know, we all know what the outcome of doing drugs is and how it can destroy your life, your family, your health, everything. So to me, it's nobody's responsibility to coddle him and handle him with kid gloves, because he chose to do drugs basically his whole motherfucking life ever since a teenager. He had money at one point. He had access, like one of the other subscriber said, he had access to one of the to all of the best drug treatment facilities and programs, but he didn't ever want to do the shit. So girl, whatever, fuck him. And then the whole thing about the devil and God. Look, I'm not a religious person. I just feel like this. It's people with good blood and it's people with bad blood. If you got bad blood in you, you do fucked up shit and you think fucked up. If you got good blood in you, then vice versa. And to me, it's just that simple. That's it, and that's all. Ain't nobody making you do shit. You doing what you want to do.
Right.
Ain't nobody like respect
They
black
need to
men
stop
like
blaming the Illuminati for this. They're talking about, oh, he exposed the music industry. That's why DMX suffering today. Get the fuck out
that.
of here.
Well, nobody respects black men like that. Like, I hope y'all know their reputation is getting worse and worse and worse, and ours is getting so much better
Mm-hmm.
that they are seeing the separation in between us. This is the first time I see it as this is the first time in history that you see men and women of the same race being completely separated, right?
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Completely separated. Like Asian is seen as together, whites are seen as Hispanics are seen as together, right? The reflection of the man is the reflection, like the reflection of the woman is the reflection of the man. But seeing how the black men are acting and how the black woman is acting completely different than the reputation, the stereotype that we have is, and it's like, it's not our fight. Just know that things are going to get better for us.
Yes.
Let me shout out these super chats real quick. Patricia Love says, I still haven't forgiven them for how they dragged Whitney and Bobby Christina. I have no energy for them in any situation. I agree 150%.
I forgot about that.
We had a small discussion about Whitney on Patreon, and it was real interesting. Then we have Layla May. Thank you, Layla May. We have other ladies requesting to get on. Girl, I'm rotating them. I'm rotating them as fast as I can. Love you, girl, and I appreciate your super chat. And there was another one. This stuff is moving so fast, and I'm an old elderly ass bitch. Okay.
Girl, your ass ain't elderly. Quit over exaggerating.
Wait a minute. I know it was Black Obsidian. Thank you, Black Obsidian. I appreciate you so much. All right. Cha-Cha, go ahead and shout out your page, babe.
Hi, I've hit you up a couple. Hi, ladies. Hi, everyone. I've hit you up a couple of times on Facebook about some articles and stuff, but I'm from Black Femicide.
Girl, they shut my page down, okay?
They did. Oh no!
It is what it is. It's going back up. Please believe me.
I be in Facebook jail so much I gotta flip back and forth to different profiles. But,
right.
I wanted to say something because I know you guys were talking about DMX, and I had mentioned how Kanye had bought Whitney's bathroom picture when she was used that for an album cover, and everybody was okay.
I thought that was what's his face that used
it was his, but Kanye bought the picture because he produced the album.
Oh, you know okay, yeah, that one,
the ugly one with the braids. Yeah.
From the clips. What the fuck is his name? It's right on top of my tongue.
I can't think of his name.
Pusha T.
Yeah. Kanye produced it, but he bought the picture. I wanted to make that point, but also you guys were talking about violence and all of that, and that's why I said, like, I wish I could tell y'all what we are told. Now, this is what we are told by Black folks. I'm going to tell you what Washington Post told us because they wanted to do an interview with us. Because as of yesterday, 316 Black women and girls have been murdered in America. And that's just our research. That's just our research.
From this year?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So every day on Black Femicide, we we get the stories, we highlight them, we post them, we do all of that. Last year, the total number that we researched was 1,164 Black women and girls were murdered. That was last year's number. This year we're at 316, and that was as of April 6th. But Black folks tell us all the time we're anti-Black. You just hate Black men. They ask us if we're white, because how dare we focus on Black women and Black girls, Right. Now what we do is we post the victims. We don't know until we read the story who the perpetrator is. 9 times out of 10, it's a Black male. But sometimes there are other Black women, non-Black folks, but 9 times out of 10, it's Black males who are killing us. We're down to every 8 hours that we are being murdered. South Africa is at every 3 hours.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Listen, so I've been doing this for a couple of years with Black Femicide. Black Femicide was Our Lives Matter at first, and that was, she changed the name to Black Femicide. And so last year when they had that big thing about Nigerian women, they were protesting in June about the sexual assault and the violence against them. Everyone was silent. But then when this whole thing came up about police brutality because it dealt with Black men in Nigeria, everybody wanted to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's something that we see all the time. So Washington Post wanted to do an interview with us. And the founder, Rosa, she's a Black woman, she's a nurse. She had got all the information together, and they said, well, what about the stats for white women? And she was like, wait, what? My organization is called Black Femicide. They were like, yeah, but we want to include what? They wanted to include, they wanted us to have stats for everyone. Well, we don't have stats for non-Black women and girls, because that's not our business. Just like when Native Americans have their stats, they don't include us. When everybody, they don't include us. But they decided not to run with us because we didn't include other people. You see what I'm saying? We didn't include non-Black women.
And this
You're
was
not supposed to have to, because when they got shit going on, they never include us ever.
Right.
No,
They
they
reached
don't.
out.
They sure don't. And that's why
out
I'm not with
to
that.
us.
No Asian hate shit. I ain't with. Look, I don't have
Let
no
me tell
damn
you
response.
something.
I'm not Asian.
I'm not with that either. That's so weird to me.
I don't care about not an Asian person, period, point blank, because when they assault Black women, right? When they assault Black women in their stores, in their businesses, there is no rah-rah from the Asian community. And the only people who are out there are Black women. Like, how you do this to us? So I don't got, but I want to tell you
That's
something
why
real
I
quick,
said we
and then
should
I'm going to
stop.
get down.
Go ahead.
So we got into it with Black Lives Matter Louisville, because I don't deal with we don't deal with Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter is predominantly about Black males. We learned that last year.
Yeah.
Okay. So our first beef with Black Lives Louisville was, you knew about what happened to Breonna Taylor in March and April, but no national protests were until May. Why is that? Why didn't you?
Because they didn't care.
Right.
They didn't care. They only cared about Black men.
So have you guys heard about Kane Madden, the white guy in Louisville who had sexually assaulted a Black woman, and he's mentally ill, right? So they had a loophole in Kentucky that if they can't stand trial, if they're deemed they can't stand trial, then the case gets dropped. So that case got dropped in 2017. Now walk with me. In 2019, he in Louisville, listen to me, he took a shovel, hit an 8-year-old Black girl over the head with it, and raped her.
Oh my
right?
God.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
So he's arrested. He goes to court. 2 doctors say he can stand trial. He's trying to manipulate the law in that state, right? So 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the judge has said he can't stand trial, but they didn't release him, right? Because even though he can't stand trial, the assistant attorney prosecutor was like, well, listen, we want him hospitalized. We don't want him on the street, because clearly he's targeting Black girls and women, right? Because this is a Black neighborhood in Louisville. So I went to Black Lives Matter Louisville page because I'm messy. Because surely they would be having a protest that he could be released. Surely, you know what they were having a protest about that weekend? Asian Americans.
Oh my God.
So we had it out on the page. So then what happened was there was a Black woman in Louisville, and she had started a petition, but her petition was from last year, and it was only at 2,500. She needed 15,000 signatures. We got it up to like 12,000. We did that. So they closed the loophole before his next hearing to keep him hospitalized. But Black Lives Louisville, Black Lives Matter Louisville was like, we tried to, they went on this tangent about, well, we are concerned, but if you're concerned, why are you holding a protest to stop Asian hate? That don't have nothing to do with Black lives at all. And I mean, it got to where they blocked us, we blocked them. Listen, I put them on blast and put them on notice, because now we're talking about an 8-year-old Black girl, and y'all worried about some Asian. So as of now, it has not been released. But in Louisville, their politicians got something right. They closed the loophole. So he 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be hospitalized, and that's where he will be. But the fact of the matter is that they didn't care. They weren't even talking about it. You know
I don't think they cared in the first place. I mean, if you remember that African girl that was killed during the Black Lives Matter protests, where it was a Black man that killed her.
Yep.
Toya. Yeah. Toya. Yeah. And they didn't even mention her name at all. They threw that right up under the rug.
Sure did.
No, they mentioned her name, and they were trying to blame her. Why she wasn't at home? Where was her family? When really she was being traumatized.
Yeah, her mom and her
brother and father
they were
was
all
being
abusing her.
Yeah, her brother and father. Yeah, they were abusing her. Yep, and they kicked her out, and that's why she was
mentioned her, but they wouldn't. The thing with Black Lives Matter, dude. The problem I have with them is they care about Black men who have terrorized Black women. George Floyd, Jacob Blake, Rayshard Brooks, all have a history of violence towards Black women. Jacob Blake was breaking his restraining order that the Black woman had against him when he was shot. And they care more about them than they do about their victims. That's why I'm not going with George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going with none of that. I don't care about none of that. I don't care what happens to the cop. And I've been told if the cop gets off, we are going to riot. Well, there's no charges in the
I'm not rioting, Jack.
Hell no.
I remember the article.
Y'all going to riot for this meth head? But there were no charges in the Breonna Taylor case. Where was that? When there were no charges, when the cop was found not guilty in the Rekia Boyd case, where was the riot? So y'all don't care about us. So this is why our focus is Black women and Black girls. And we're going to have a virtual rally at the end of the month to celebrate Black women and Black girls with giveaways and all of that. But we have just been told by our own community and other people that, talking about Black women and girls and the violence against us is not productive to the Black community.
Why does the world
and those are people that I stay away from. Those are people that I stay away from.
Yep.
Can I say something real quick though?
Go ahead.
Why does the world hate us so much? We didn't do anything. I'm so serious. I can't find anything logical.
So imagine this, right? Imagine this. The person that was supposed to protect you, provide for you, care for you, and be your everything stood his funky ass up and told the world that you ain't shit.
Right.
Okay? Yep. He came with fake receipts and other bullshit, and now you have what you have today.
Yeah.
But everybody
I want to point out something because one of your speakers has said now it's finally being shown. But if you look through history, if you look through the civil rights movement, it was about Black men. It wasn't even about us. When you think about the Black Panther Party, why Elaine Brown left the party, because Huey would not stand up for a Black woman who was, I think she was the secretary, and 2 of the men in the Black Panther Party broke her job.
And if you remember some of the stories of women being sexually assaulted during Black Panther, they were, some of them were sexually assaulted, some of them were abused.
Admittedly. admittedly
Yeah.
writing books called Sold on Ice, telling
Eldridge
you that they
Cleaver.
practiced on black women before they went and got the prize.
Eldridge
sure
Cleaver.
did.
I can't.
Eldridge Cleaver. He was an admitted serial rapist.
Yep.
He got Lil Bobby killed. Nobody can tell Lil Bobby hadn't killed. He was a low life piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. But they
And
don't
that's
talk
why
about all that stuff. They don't talk about all that stuff that
No,
everyone
they
just
don't.
mentioned. They won't speak on it. And I think if we started really speaking on and dissecting more of our history and
Yeah.
talking about the portions of our history that included us and our mistreatment that they don't want to talk about, I just feel like we should. I really do feel like we should.
It
But
goes
we
to
don't.
what
We don't.
When you
Harry
think
is
about
writing
it,
up
there
here.
are at least 20 black male serial killers, and they target black women and girls because
Yep.
They haven't
who
found the
cares
guy that
about
was in
black women and
Chicago.
girls?
There was a serial killer in Chicago putting prostitute or black women in garbage cans.
Which one though? Because it happened on
I think it was the one that Paris Milan covered, where it was a serial killer. They knew it was a black man, and he was putting black women went missing in Chicago. This was like back in the 90s.
That's the Chicago one. They have one in LA. They also have one in Wisconsin.
It could be the same
there's
man
at least
for all
20.
we know, because they
There's
didn't
at
catch
least
him.
20. Yeah, there's
See
at
what I'm
least 20.
saying? Hera Gleason says they don't want to speak on black women's death because 10 times out of 9, the murderer is a dysfunctional Dusty that they like to march for. Period. Point blank.
Did you hear what happened in New York just the other day at the 9-year-old's birthday party?
No.
The father killed the mother. I believe he killed the 9-year-old and the mother's sister, and then he killed himself.
Oh my God!
Wow, I hadn't.
The lovely black men that they talk about are in the homes. That's the black men.
Did y'all see that Black Obsidian wrote? She wrote, "The world sees black women defending and protecting criminals, which is why they see no reason to protect black women," which is very fucking true.
Yep.
And it pisses me off. And I don't understand how there's black women that feel the need to hold on to them, even though they have done everything to disrespect us. I mean, even death, in my opinion, isn't scaring black women. I don't even think they want to hear it. Like, they're so mind fucked.
No, they are mind. They are mind. But
She's
you'll
always
get
saying,
ones that you'll get ones that'll be like, oh well, no, I can't give up. I've had black women who've been treated horribly. That's the shit they say. Oh well, I just can't give up. Why
if
not?
you were here in the beginning, we opened the show with somebody that was saying we shouldn't be dragging DMX. Girl, bye.
Right. So that was right.
DMX got 15 kids. DMX can kiss my ass. That's
and he has negative $1 million, which means none of his kids are getting anything.
But again, where was this sympathy for Whitney? Where was this for her?
There was none. There was
Where
none.
was this for her daughter? Where was this for Bobby Christina, who obviously had problems? I know she had a drinking problem. Where was all of this sympathy? I don't got no sympathy. Funkmaster Flex is gonna say that all these people posting about them, DMX should have helped them. Sir, you what? I'm not
Where
holding
was
no
you?
romance.
You know, where was he at?
Yeah, what you do? What you do for him? I'm not going. I'm not. No.
And the thing is, it was even get back to the topic was the whole thing about the Black Lives Matter thing. There was rumors of it was dangerous. Like, don't go to these. I keep telling black, stay away from these marches, because there was dusty ass black men there checking out black women. There was assault going on, rape, everything. Women were getting assaulted in these marches, and that's it. In these Black Lives Matter marches, they were getting assaulted. Black women were. And they were
there was a stray bullet that hit this little girl in the car. I think she was like 8 years old and she died, and nobody talked about it.
Wow.
Are you talking about the one in
you have black women bringing their kids. You have black women bringing their kids.
Yep.
One of my foster sisters took her kids. One of my former foster sisters took her kids, and they all under the age of 11. She got 3 boys. She took them down there, and me and her kind of had a little, verbal spat, because I'm like, yo, why you taking them down there? And she was like, oh, well, they need to know this and they need to know that. I said, they don't need to be concerned with that. They are children.
No. But you even have pregnant 8-month pregnant-year-old black women outside. So they clearly don't have any regards for themselves or their children.
They didn't give a dang about the C-19. They didn't even care. They just out there
really
marching.
didn't. There was an
Yeah, it
article
was
that came out yesterday speaking about how the Black women were dying really, like as a group of women, we were dying at a faster rate than other groups because of like our other health problems.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like there was a Black woman, a pregnant Black woman who not only lost her life because she took a rubber bullet, not only did she lose her life, but the baby died as well.
That girl that took that rubber bullet died?
She died?
She was a pregnant Black woman and she passed. She died.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. See, this is why I say don't go down to them marches and stay the hell away from that shit, man.
Those marches are primarily for Black men who are criminals, and I'm not going. I don't got nothing.
I ain't marching for no Black man, no goddamn
your ass home.
No, my
they
ass
don't
stay
do that
home.
for
Babies are really dying for the dick. They mean that shit. They are really dying for the dick.
Yeah, there
They
was
really
a Black
are.
woman that took a rubber bullet to the head, and it literally it didn't penetrate her skull because it was a rubber bullet, but like it broke skin.
Wow.
It broke
Oh my
skin.
God.
Like it parted her whole scalp. No joke. And she recorded it. She had to go to the hospital. A Black
my
woman.
God.
Stay
Can I just say
home,
something real
do
quick?
your nails, do whatever. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. You can play piddle paddle. I don't care. Watch an old show, but please don't take your fin straddling ass out here if this man gets off, which I hope he do on the low, but that's besides the point. Stay your ass home.
I said the same thing. Let him, you know what I'm saying? I want to see. Here's the thing. They only care. They don't care about Atiana Jefferson when that trial starts. It starts in August, if y'all want to know. They're worried about Rashard Brooks's trial and George Floyd. I don't care about none of that personally.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if it's a pandemic, your ass was out using fake money, you was high on opiate and meth, and sir, no, I'm not going. I don't got nothing to say.
You guys, can I say something real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like these are the organizations or people or whatever you want to call them that we need to ignore and just only focus on us. I feel like, of course, don't feed into Black Lives Matter or anything that have to do with Black males.
Yeah, stay away from all that.
I feel like we don't need to feed into the Asian hate.
Yep.
And I feel like we don't need to feed into all of this transgender shit because that ain't got nothing to do with us neither. So
it really does.
Oh, I want to mention
Thanks for adding
that
the last piece. Hell yeah.
I also wanted to mention, I don't know if I wrote it before on one of your little posts that you had divested. I just wanted to say that they found one of those guys from the Harlem attack in the Harlem liquor store attack. They found one of them.
Right.
And his name is Tyrone Cooper. They found him. And get this, a mammy, and you know she was holding him at that house, but he went to jail for a different charge. They found him, but he went to jail.
Wasn't he beating on her?
Yeah, he was beating on her. Yep. He beat her up, and that's why he went to jail.
It took them over 2 weeks to find him. They found that dude that beat up that Asian lady quick, fast, in a hurry. I saw celebrities. They was upset.
That's because here's why. That mammy was hiding him in the house. That's why. She had him in that house until he beat her ass, and then he went to jail. And then that's when they found out he was the guy that was at the liquor store. She held him in that house, and we all know she did that. Yeah. A lot of these mammies do that shit. They will hide these men in the house and say, "Oh, not my man, not my man. Oh no, not my man," until he beat her ass, and then he's ending up in jail. Period. Right. Point blank. But they found him.
But
you got these Black women that always think they can change these nakers. I don't understand it, but a lot
I don't want to change none of them.
All right, well, I'm gonna get off and let somebody else get on here. So
I'm gonna get down. Thank you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate
both of y'all.
Visit Black Femicide on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And like I said, April 30th, we're having a virtual rally. It's for everyone to celebrate Black women and girls, and we're gonna have giveaways, speakers, and all of that. So yeah.
Is your page private or is it open?
It's an open page, the Instagram and the Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, it's called Black Femicide USA. Mm-hmm.
Oh, bet. Okay.
I'm already following that page.
Thank you,
ladies.
you guys
I
have a good
appreciate
evening.
y'all so much. And make
all
sure
right,
you
take care,
Divested.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
These seasons filling up quick. They always fill up. I love y'all. Y'all be in the goddamn mix. I love it.
Yeah, look, I'm so happy to see y'all today. Some fucked up shit happened last night. And I've just been dealing with that today. I was real aggravated. Burmese lady hit my car. My new car I just bought 2 weeks ago. She did a quadruple hit and run last night.
No.
She hit my car and 3 of my neighbors' cars. One of my neighbors' cars, the first car that she hit, she totaled it. She smacked it so hard, it moved 15 feet.
Lord have mercy. I'm sorry to hear that, girl. That a Burmese lady. Hey, Bronx baby, cut your camera off, babe. Unless that's what you want to do. But yeah,
I just want to say,
I'm glad to be with y'all right now.
Awesome. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, I just wanted to say, when we were talking about the Black women not being protected, I was thinking about back, I think it was 2014, when a 16-year-old girl named Jada, how she had got raped at a party, a Black girl, and everybody online was mocking the pose that she was laying in on the photo.
Oh, the Kanika Jenkins challenge, I think it was called.
No, not her. It was a different girl. It was a girl
another
named
one.
Jada.
God damn, I can't keep up with all the fuckery they got going on.
It was a different girl. Her name was Jada, and she was alive. She survived, but she had got drugged and raped. And the way she was laying, everybody was making a challenge, quote challenge, on Instagram and stuff, taking pictures of themselves posed that way. And it just goes to show how Black women, our suffering is mocked and it's seen as a joke, even when we're young teenagers.
Our suffering is like pain porn for them. They love that shit. They only get uncomfortable when something nice is happening to the group of women that they hate the most. From anything from valedictorian. Oh, she must have. It's always something. They don't like anything good happening to us. That's why I do not feel bad for dragging drug maniac X, because that's what he is. And like I said in the beginning, pull the plug. Giada, your camera is on, babe.
At this point, divestment is all about survival at this point.
Yes.
We're not protected in our own community. Like, what type of shit is that?
That's why we got to stick together and protect each other. Because we all we have is each other now.
And the sick part is that I bet you there were Black women participating in that challenge.
It's a mammy thing.
And I try not to be a hateful person, because that's just not good for you. But the stuff I'm hearing right now, I'm like, I'm to the point where if I see a Black woman and they're on some bullshit, I don't give a goddamn about you. It's to that point. Because we have situations, you got this stupid bitch calling up on the live talking about, how can you wish death on somebody? Are you fucking kidding me?
They wish death on us. They wish that we get raped. The moment, it could be a Black woman that says nothing about Black men. She's out here living her best life, not worried about nobody. And they will say, I hope a white man rapes you.
Mm-hmm.
They wish rape on us. They wish abuse on us. The woman who got beat by Chad Wheeler, they were in what's the name's comment section. What's that dude name? That fake pro-Black what is
Tarek Rashid dude?
Yeah, him. They were in his comment section talking about she deserved it for being with a white man. This woman has not said anything.
Isn't being with a Black guy is gonna save her from domestic violence?
Right.
And I have something to say.
That's how delusional they are.
And then when we divest, guess what they say to us? They say, okay, well, when these white men beat on you, when they rape you, when they murder you, just know that we're pulling our support, we're pulling our protection. Oh, you finna take
support and protection?
I'm so damn.
Oh, you're gonna take something back that was never there in the first goddamn place.
Girl, for real. When I saw that comment, I said, ooh, he's finna take something that he wasn't giving to me. I'm shaking in my damn boots.
And I have something to say about that Tariq piece of shit guy. He's always going around talking about, and also the other guy, Tommy, piece of shit, whatever. They're all pieces of shit. Always talking about, and I've never listened to any of their stuff before. So the one time I saw something, it was Black women have no business being with white men. Y'all complain about them being sexually assaulted during slavery. Y'all have no reason being with them. And I was like, okay, and how about the white women that you're with who got y'all motherfuckers hung from trees and everything else that they can do to y'all? What? It's just craziness. They're so delusional.
Don't forget the dick getting chopped off.
Yeah, I don't know when this was. I don't know if it was a few years ago or a year ago, but Tommy Sodomizer. He was the one who accused a black woman of, what did she say? Like inviting to be raped because she was raped in a club and she was screaming for help, but it was a packed club and nobody could hear her or nothing like that. So the only recourse was to record her rape because nobody could hear her. The music was loud and she's in a club that's packed and everybody's on the dance floor and he's raping her.
They were blaming her for that. They were blaming her.
Tommy blamed her for that.
There's nothing that's not our fault.
But my whole thing is
we breathe and something is our fault.
Right.
Wasn't the slave master breaking y'all backs?
They don't like you talking about that part.
No,
they don't like that.
We're gonna talk about it here because I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yeah, he was raping the fuck out of them. Don't stop them from Don Lemonin, huh?
Exactly. And it's just like when she got on, I just let you handle her simply because I will hurt that bitch feelings. I really will hurt her fucking feelings because they wish the most evil things on us for simply not worrying about them at all. But
she was already halfway there. She had a cross, and this is a place where mammies get baptized.
I thought you were gonna leave her on. I actually thought you were gonna leave her on to talk or something.
She was experiencing the holy dusty. That's the dusty of Holy Spirits. So she was losing her fucking mind. She was lost. Okay. So she's welcome back here. She just gonna have to divest, or she got to go over there to the other mammies because I don't have a very high tolerance for mammies because they are psychopaths.
Well, I don't either because I don't
like.
I got me off. She was pissing me off.
All the stuff that we talked about, all the rapes, all the poverty, all the everything. The only thing that got them to click the link was a dusty. You see how that works?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
she came in fired up.
Exactly.
She was hyphy as hell though. She was hyphy as hell.
I bet her heart was beating through her throat. I'm gonna tell Divested, you're wrong for saying that, girl. I baptize you in the name of Henry Cavill.
Shut the fuck up, girl. That's what I wish I could have been there to say, girl. Shut the not THE, THEE. Shut the fuck up.
Hello, ladies. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Your background is cutting up, though.
It's okay. All right. I tried to find my earphones, and I think they're not going to work. Let me take this out.
Okay.
I just wanted to say hi, ladies, and I wanted to tell you guys I have been battling my ex in court, and I want to tell women, anybody married to any black man that's having divested, and you're listening to this, you need to protect yourself legally at every single cost, everything you can. I have lost properties. I have had foreclosure, bankruptcies. I have married a man to get away from him, and he's still coming after me for money. It doesn't stop. They are complete narcissists. It is to the point where I am having to relocate and legally change my name and my son's name to get away from my ex-husband. And he had left us. He left us 11 years ago.
Wow.
It is for real out here. You guys are not exaggerating. I don't think these women understand how vicious these men are going. There are women losing their children in court to drugs.
They do know how bad it is. They don't care. I got into an argument with some stupid hoes who I was literally pointing out every single thing that George Floyd did, right? This bitch looked at me in the face and said, "It doesn't matter."
Yeah, I was seeing stuff like that too. They were saying, okay, he did that stuff in the past, but
it don't matter what he did. He's still a black man
leaning on his neck like that. Like,
you have to remember, a lot of these mammies and pygmy chicks, they've never been married. So they have this big dream and fantasy. When they marry a black man, and they get the real, then they change their story. That's how they get divested. Because they're always team black dude until they get married and they see the cheating ain't gonna stop, the financial ruin is not gonna end, the destruction of your children's welfare, nothing is gonna stop them until they just completely destroy you and their family. And then it's like, maybe I should divest.
Because
That's
they
how
don't
my
realize
sister
that even when
is.
they get married, they can still be left a single mother.
That's how my sister is. She just got out of a relationship with a guy. For 10 years, she was with him, and she ended up getting so desperate, she asked him to marry her.
Damn.
And he told her straight up no. And she cried about it. I didn't know about this till my other sister told me. But and then he broke up with her because she cheated on him, but he had been cheating the whole relationship. And now their daughter who's 10, she low-key blames her mom. And my sister tries to make up for it with, spoiling them. And, when we try to tell them, oh, don't do this, she tells us to leave them alone because she feels this guilt. But it's like, why are you letting this man guilt you? You didn't do anything wrong. The cheating wasn't right, but he had been doing that to you for the whole relationship.
It's the
Y'all see
desperation.
what Paul Pierce got going on right now, right? Paul Pierce, the basketball player. Okay, well, he was a NBA player. He retired and he got a job at ESPN. He got with one of their preferences. She's a mixed lady. She graduated from design school. She was kind of accomplished. Very beautiful girl. Well, he jumps on Instagram with a bunch of strippers and do a live video. ESPN was like, get your black ass out of here. You don't work here anymore. So it doesn't matter if you're their preference. It doesn't matter if you're white. It doesn't matter who you are. Black men don't know how to be married to anybody.
No, they're not going to treat you right. It doesn't matter who it is. They're not going to treat you right. They're not going to appreciate you. And no matter what you do, it is never enough. They're never satisfied.
No, absolutely not.
Thank
you, Harry Gleason. I appreciate you, babe. She says literally they be wishing, ill on Serena, Gabby, Sidibe, and Tina Turner for dating out, wishing death and rape on us by white men like they don't be doing the work already. That's a fact.
Exactly.
Black men are female and family annihilators. That's what they are. I call them female and family annihilators. They will not stop until they destroy every family they sneakily slide their way into. They will destroy your family. That's what they do.
They're kind of like the like when there's like stupid villains in TV shows where they're kind of like they will destroy every single thing that's good in this world until they're left with nothing. And then you know what they do at the end? They just sit down, fold their hands, and then they probably kill themselves in the end because it's like you destroyed every single thing that's good in this world. That's why I'm so sick of the excuses. Oh, people are like, oh, they can't be in a relationship. Oh, they never saw it. Their dad never taught them. Okay, that doesn't mean that you go around cheating on your wife.
They act right when they want to act right. Because other than that, they got 50 excuses why they can't do anything. As soon as a motherfucker start with it, oh, I didn't have nobody to teach me. Look, a lot of us black women don't have good mother figures neither, but we still figure it out. So if I got to figure the shit out, you do too. And shut the fuck up and quit whining and making excuses. You know right from wrong and wrong from right. You just don't give a fuck and you just want to do what the fuck you want to do and you don't care who it affects. And that's how all of them are.
And to
last one of them.
And to piggyback off of the woman who said that they get off over us getting hurt, they openly admit to this, but you have to go look for those videos. You have to look for the posts. You have to look for the videos because that don't blow up. That don't blow up. Now, if we say something, it's a whole nother beast to conquer. But they openly admit to getting off on our pain. They admit to it.
Mm-hmm.
This is easily found information. And that's
y'all better leave these black men alone. Y'all better
and
leave them
who is
alone.
Who is this NBA young boy?
To them?
NBA
Isn't that a rapper?
Is 21
Why is everybody black, white, don't matter what race the girl is, are attacking each other over him? And I've seen him and he's hideous.
He a ugly little skinny young ass.
But like I was saying, y'all, I'm waiting on the next one because as Blackistani culture, there will always be a next one. There will always be a next one. This is what I'm saying. Future. Y'all are aware of Future. Future has a whole bunch of baby mamas. He doesn't have as many as DMX does. Okay? That should tell you how bad DMX actually is. He still got 50 more babies to make before he can go catch up with DMX. Okay, this man is on his own. He stands on an island on his own. He's a special kind of terrible. And if you feel like defending him, please just go defend him somewhere else, because you're going to embarrass yourself with this fact sheet.
Divested. I don't know if you know this, but Future purposely puts his property and stuff in his like sisters and other families' name so that he doesn't have to pay child support. See, the dysfunction in this community, I'm not part of this community. I want to disassociate myself from this foolishness altogether. But it's just normal. It's normal to them. This dude is sitting here dead with 15 kids and no wealth to pass on to him. You got this boxer who just died, had 4-something kids, left $40 million to his white wife, not a penny to his child. They're fucking stupid. They're stupid. They don't value family. They don't know anything about inheritance, about passing on wealth to
It's funny how they get business savvy when they want to keep shit and property away from black women. They get real business savvy then.
They get a lot of sense then and become logical then. For bullshit. For bullshit though only.
Remember the oppression. Like I was just saying with Paul Pierce. Was it white supremacy that made you make that stripper video and end up getting fired on a moral turpitude clause having to do with ESPN? Are we going to call that racism, or are we just going to call you a piece of shit that don't know how to handle your business, that has a beautiful wife at home and children? If you want to spend a couple years with an NBA player, do your thing, but you better have an exit plan and have a money strategy, because they're going to either whoop your ass or they're going to fuck around on you. That's all you got.
Yeah, like a white woman just went viral talking about how she just had a one-night stand with a black NFL player.
Did she say which one?
No, she didn't name no names, but she had proof and receipts. How just this random dude, an average white chick, she was as average as they came. You know, when they with us, we got to be top tier.
Right.
We got to.
They don't care
tier.
as long as she white. They don't care.
This was an average looking white chick who's talking about how she just had a one-night stand with a freaking athlete. And I'm sitting here dying, laughing completely, because everybody literally talks about how stupid y'all are. That's why y'all got some kids, because y'all don't wear condoms. And these women literally say, what was her name? Brittany. The girl who did a whole tell-all about all the athletes she had sex with. She even said, if you want to come up on some money, do an athlete or a rapper. They're stupid and they won't make you put on a condom. She has stupid.
Yeah, it comes with STDs too, by the way.
How does Future have? How many kids does he have? 7? Motherfucker.
I thought it was 9.
I thought it was 9 now.
Vasectomy. Like, to me, I really don't understand their need to have 12, 10, 15 kids that they're not taking care of. It's like, do you think that proves your manhood? It doesn't. To me,
yes,
I think that's
does.
disgusting.
To them, that's their manhood, because to them, Future is a god.
To have children just out here, like a soccer field full of kids out here in these streets that probably don't know you, number one, that you're not taking care of, number two, and that when you die or when you're sick, then you want to be coming around them asking for help. And then here you are dying. This guy, someone said it was negative $1 million. The kids, what are they inheriting? Debt.
Well, you know what? I don't even think it's even about proving no manhood. I think it's just all done out of sheer carelessness, to be honest. It can't be about proving no manhood. All that shit is just going around fucking, and whatever happens out of me fucking her and fucking her and fucking her, just whatever the fuck happens.
Riddle me this. How does a man have 2 baby mamas? Once you see how he did the first woman and her children, why in the world would you have another kid from somebody? To me, you can fool me once, right? The first baby mama got fooled. She got tricked. But a second and a third, you already see his receipts. You see he don't stick around. His own blood didn't make him stick around. Why would you
know what, too? I agree with you there. But you know what? A lot of that, sometimes you don't even be able to have no contact with the other baby mama to know anything, because they don't interact with the baby mama or they other kids.
Now I get that. When I
That's
know
what
when I
happened to me with my son's father, the one that got 21 kids, that I got pregnant with when I was 17 going on 18 and he was 34. I didn't know what the hell he was doing. I didn't know nothing until after I was already pregnant with my son. And then I started running into all these kids' moms.
Yeah, I was actually involved with a black man. He was a supervisor at his job, and
My
he made about
condolences.
this was about 2 years ago, I believe, 3 years ago. And he was older than I was. He made about, I would say, 22 to $25 an hour. Tell me why he lied to me about how many kids he had, all of that. This dude got about 14 kids, and I swear that's not an exaggerated number. That is a real number. 14 children.
Mm.
And I'm sitting here, and I think he tried to get me pregnant. How I know is because after we had said all of that and whatnot, he kept badgering me and asking me, was I pregnant? But I knew I wasn't pregnant. I knew I wasn't, because, you're not going to trap me. And he tried to trap me.
And if you were, you would have been right over there at Planned Parenthood.
You damn right. Let me tell you something. My mama against abortion, but I am not.
You need to snatch that little nickel up out of there. Yep, I said that. Snatch that thing up out of there, especially if it's a male child. That sounds harsh as hell, but if you go through it, it won't be harsh. I promise you.
Like I'm telling you, and then they look at men who run through women like a marathon as something to uphold. This is why when they get money, this is why I don't listen. Even before I was divested, I never listened to black men when they would talk about relationships, marriage, or what's quote unquote high value men want in a woman. I never listened to them because usually a black man never has any money. And if he does have money, the first thing he does is run through women. It is the first thing he do, or he gets some stuff to flex on a woman. These men don't know nothing about actually having a relationship. There are men out here with money who find women to commit to and stay committed to, love their women and everything else in between. And not to put your business out there divested, but you have a man with money and he is committed to you.
Yep. And let me tell you this too, JoJo. If y'all get a man with money, make sure your paperwork is in order. Y'all know I've been married for 26 years, but I'm going to tell you something. If he ever decides that he wants to try me, my paperwork is in order. His ass going to be eating biscuits up under a goddamn bridge fucking with me.
Yes, thank you, because that should be where no matter what race of man you marry. I say the same thing. And get prenups, ladies. For you women who make a good amount of money, get a prenup.
Exactly. And that's another thing. Black men are all over the internet. Prenup. Nigga, what can I take from you? Please tell me this. What am I going to take from you besides your last name? I'm trying to get rid of you. I don't want the last name.
Because black women are the breadwinners in households. So if anything, we should be the ones getting the prenups. These dudes they come into a relationship with absolutely nothing. I don't know if y'all saw another divestors page. She was just talking about how it amazes me how these dudes who are in jail even have a place to come to stay when they get out.
That's I can help him. I can change him ideology. I can be there for him, and he wasn't getting the help that he needed, and other people wasn't doing this. That goes back to what we were saying before, how everybody always feels like it's their responsibility to help them and do for them and coddle them and hold their hand through everything. That's what that's about.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of my past. I fell into that. Yes, most definitely. I fell into that. I'm not ashamed of it at all, because I will never do that shit ever again. And I stopped before real money got involved. I made the money I spent on him. Yes, I made it back. And I left before I got myself into a hole to the point where I felt like, well, I invested all this money in this time, I might as well stay. I left before I got to that point. I'm not ashamed to say I fell into that. So yes, it's a very easy hole to fall into, especially if you are like me and you've known this man since you were a child and you have been groomed to believe him, trust him, and basically fall for any sob story he gives you. I fell into that.
That's all they know how to do is give sob stories. That's how they survive in life. Everything is a sob story about how they didn't get this, or nobody gave them that, or nobody gave them a chance, or nobody helped them. Everything that they get is for
is through sob stories and 50 excuses. That's how they operate.
And the woman who said she thinks that Black women are groomed into being mammies. I said, yeah, yes, we are. Like I said, I was groomed. This man groomed me. He know me since I was a child and swooped in when I was an adult. Yes, he groomed me. We are groomed. It's just how things are.
We are groomed, and then our the other caller was talking about how she didn't know anything when she had this child. You didn't even know you were
Turn your
pregnant.
mic up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're
You didn't even
fine.
know you were pregnant. Let me tell you, I don't know if y'all had similar experiences. My mom didn't tell me what a period was. So when I had my first period, I literally thought I was dying. From 13 to 18, I thought I was having miscarriages every month because of the
Oh,
blood
wow.
clots, right? Even though I was not sexually active at all during that time. And it's like they don't teach us anything. It's like, what's the reason for not teaching your daughters? If you are a mother and you have daughters, what's the reason for not teaching your daughters how to operate in the world as women? You know, I think I was 11, and I'm sitting there, I was shocked. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. But guess what? I picked up a book and I read about it. Just to get some idea of what was going on with my body, because I knew she wasn't going to talk to me about that.
You're one of many. They don't care. They're gonna teach their sons about wet dreams and what that means. But when your body is changing and you're experiencing a little bit of pain because of the puberty, because puberty is painful at sometimes,
Yeah.
and they don't care. You're supposed to know. You're just supposed to be born and function, and it's real sad.
Yeah,
It's so
it's an
sad.
endless cycle because I just like you, I got my period early. I got my period in the 5th grade.
Yep.
I got my period early, and I was the only girl who had my period. So these little Black girls swarmed on top of me like vultures. They would all make snide comments, and I'm just now getting used to it. My mom, she told me everything she could, but you know, I'm just now getting used to this. I'm just trying to figure it out on my own. You know, while I'm at school, how to, you know, I didn't know I could bleed through stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to maneuver through school the best way I can, and these girls are attacking me. Ever since I went through puberty, which was 5th grade, the Black women in my environment, Black girls, all of that, I've had a bad relationship with them this entire time. I have never got along with a Black woman since puberty.
That's
And I
they're
could never
mostly
understand
mammies.
for the
That's
life
why.
of me why they hated
That
me
is
so
why
much.
too. That is
I
right.
I used to go home and cry. No joke. I used to go home and I used to cry because I couldn't understand why they hated me so damn much. And it lasted for so long. And I told this to the investor, but I got no problem telling y'all because, like I said, we family. Let me tell you, they stopped the hate. They stopped jumping me. They stopped all of that by the 9th grade, because this went on for about 4 straight years. I retreated within myself. Like I completely hid myself. I would walk down the hallways with my head down, covered from head to toe, hoping that nobody would look at me. When I started behaving like a hostage victim, that's when they left me alone.
That's
So
Black
mammies are
women.
very dangerous.
They
That's
are.
what I'm saying for you.
They are. And I want to
You
say I had a
supposed to the
similar
girl, they expect the
experience.
girl, Black women and girls to come out the womb knowing everything and having the knowledge of a 50-year-old.
Yeah, they
They
want a
expect for
finished
you to
product.
know everything, no matter what age you are.
Yeah.
And whoever said it in the comment section, yeah, you're right. I never got a chance to be a child. This is why I sound so damn old when I talk. Like another divested creator, Lexus, she said that she didn't know I was as young as I am.
I didn't either.
I never had a chance to be a little girl. I had to grow up very, very early because life reared its ugly head at me. I had no choice. No choice at all. Like I can't tell you, like my senior year, I would leave school early because, like I said, I had my head in the books. I was leaving school early. I would literally get in this hot car. I'm in a hoodie and jeans in the summertime because I would cover myself from head to toe because I was taught that my curves, something was wrong with how my body grew. I grew those curves. You know, my hips, everything, my butt, my body was naturally curvy. And these girls attacked me for it. And I'm getting in the car with my mom, completely covered, hot. I'm sweating by the time I get this thing off of me.
The girls attacked you for it because those curves were attracting the male gaze. That's number one.
Yeah.
And it's all about attracting the black male gaze when you're a black girl. And that shit needs to stop. It needs to stop.
Yes, black girls are sexualized at a very young age, and that is why we get the hate, because we're sexualized. The men sexualize us, and sometimes the mothers do the same thing with the girls. The faster you can catch a man, the faster you'll be happy.
Exactly. And just like Divested, I was also molested as well. So I was sexualized even before then, even before puberty. You know, I was having sexual contact with grown men, not even really knowing what sex was, you know? So it's like I never got a chance to be a little girl. I have a tragic story just like Divested, just like so many divested women, just like so many people in general. I have a tragic story. But do you think I am out here victimizing people? These men are out here victimizing people. And oh well, you don't know nothing about their upbringing. I was literally assaulted.
They don't care.
Why should we give a fuck about their upbringing if they don't give a damn about ours? Can we stop saying that? Like, please?
Girl.
Oh, you don't know how he was raised? I don't give a flying fuck how he was raised.
I don't care neither. I was assaulted in a room full of black people and literally nobody did anything for me. They were all standing around watching me get my ass beat and I'm taking face shots to the face. One after another, this dude is punching me in my face and nobody is doing anything about it. They do not care about us.
Notice she said black people. She didn't say just
to get up on this panel and say, what about his upbringing? Bitch, nobody cares.
I am so sorry that happened to you. I'm honestly, to be honest with y'all, I don't really like to be around black people like that.
No.
Just
I don't
for that
either.
reason.
I don't blame
Just for
you.
what you just said. Because what is not normal in other communities, in other societies, is normal
It's
in
normalized.
this community. How could you be sitting there getting hit in your face and nobody's jumped in? Nobody was like, dude, back up off of her.
A lot of toxic shit is normal in black communities.
And
it's just normal.
And you know who started it though? It was a black nanny. She walked up to me, and I told Divested this story. She walked up to me, but I have no reason hiding this because I really want y'all to understand it really is. And I'm not talking about y'all on the panel. I'm just talking about because I can't tell you how many black women will fence straddle or just be mammies and listen or whatever the case may be. So I have no problem sharing my story because something has to be done. She walked up to me like this little ball of anger, ready to fight me. And they're close friends. So he pushes her to the side, walks up to me and just starts punching me in my face. And she does nothing about it. This big masculine ass female. I felt so defective as a little girl.
Damn.
Like, I cannot tell you my experience with the black community. I felt defective. They spat on me.
Oh my God.
Let me, girl, they spat on me. It was on my back and they were laughing. I was sitting in the front of the class. This is why I know my trauma is real because I can't sit with my back to people and I can't sit with my back to an exit for many
I feel you
years.
because I have to say something when I see a little girl sitting on a man's lap. Put her down. It may be innocent, but I just don't do the shit in front of me, please. And thank you.
Exactly. Like
that makes me uncomfortable as well too.
Yeah, I was sitting at the front of the class and they were laughing behind me. I couldn't understand why they was laughing. This is another reason why people laughing in a room with me makes me very uncomfortable. And I turn around and there's spit on my back. And I started to cry and they made fun of me for crying. Every time I showed emotion around these girls, I felt defective because they were like, what are you crying for? They would look at me like something is wrong with me for displaying emotion, which was very weird. And it eventually dried up and they're still making fun of me. Oh, you're crying about something that dried up and nothing happened in the school. This is a black
Something
area.
that dried up is bodily fluids. What the fuck?
And now, see, that provoked sadness and pain out of me. Now that I am a grown woman, somebody spitting on me provokes anger, and all I want to do is stomp your fucking face out.
And JoJo, me and you working on that on the low. We're going to continue to work on that.
Exactly. And it's like, is it healthy? No, I know it's not healthy. But because of my past with black people and this fake ass black community, now things that used to make me sad and make me want to cry now makes me want to go out in this violent, angry rage.
Yeah, we got to work on that.
Put me through. So
Case Sloan says,
care about us.
Case Sloan says there was a black woman on Facebook who had no idea how to take care of her V. Wow. She was douching and filling herself with lotion, wondering why green stuff was coming out. She smelled awful and she thought it was normal. This is how the little girls are coming up.
Yeah.
And then these niggas get on these panels and say black women pussy stink. Sir, it's because of the shit you put in there. That toxic ass sperm. And then it was because of her mammy, because she didn't teach her anything. It's a whole lot going in there. So if we gotta talk about DMX's childhood, we're gonna talk about why she smelled like that.
Yeah, like my
Son of a
stepsister.
bitch.
My stepsister is 3 years younger than me. She the same age as the sister I share with my father. And she don't know how to take care of herself neither. This girl don't shower. Let me tell you something. She stayed with us for an entire school year. So about 9-10 months. In 9-10 months, she showered a handful of times. Literally. I could count on one hand how many times she cleaned her body. And somebody put a baby in there. And then she got pregnant a second time. These black men are having sex with her. And she don't clean her body.
They don't care.
I swear, and she don't even do our laundry. Like once when you in high school, it's a rule in my mom's house. You need to learn. My mom will teach you how to acclimate yourself into actual real life. So to start off, when you get into high school, you need to learn how to do your own laundry. I do my laundry once a week. I still do it now as an adult once a week. This girl did her laundry once every 2 months. And I'm like, who got 2 months?
Wow.
I said, who got 2 months worth of underwear? She said, girl, don't nobody got no 2 months worth of underwear. I said, ew. Those some crunchy panties.
She sound like my little cousin who I found out she was getting irritating herself and irritating her vagina because he would be spraying perfume down there. I'm like, girl.
Yeah, and I bet you she needed a whole bunch. I bet she had yeast infections.
Yeah, BV, all that. Yeast infection, BV. Why are you spraying perfume on your girlfriend? Like, no, that's not what you're supposed to do.
That's how we found out my stepsister was having sex, because she needed Vagisil. And here's the thing. Here's what can cause a yeast infection.
Vagisil is dangerous, though.
But here's one thing that could cause a yeast infection. Not only if you're having sex with a man who don't clean himself down there, but also if you don't clean yourself, it can cause a nasty yeast infection. And she kept having them one after another, and it never occurred to us. We were like, oh, she's having sex. It didn't occur to us until she got pregnant. But we should have caught on because she had a whole bunch of Vagisil.
You know what, ladies?
And she was in a house full of women. She before she came to live with us, she lived in the house with her mom and her 2 sisters. And she felt like that hygiene behavior was okay. In a house full of women.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wanted to say something. What I did with my nieces is when they all got their cycle, I put them on birth control. I did myself. I went behind their mothers and put them on birth control.
Good job.
And some of the mothers were angry with me, but now they're grateful because, in our community, we got to deal with rape all the time. And so I said, it's no sense in, I don't care if they're virgins or not. I'm putting them on birth control, and I paid out of pocket. I got them IUDs because I didn't want them to forget their birth control pills. And they now they don't have children. And one did. She took her IUD out when she got married and had a baby responsibly, and she married a white guy. So
you did God's work there. That was wonderful.
And thank you for
my daughter's friends too. I put them on birth control as well.
Good job.
And you really did your part by influencing them, and they know better. There's a lot of black women that put their head in the sand and pretend like nothing is going on.
Michelle Cook said, my dad was physically and sexually abusive to my mother and his 3 daughters. His 4 brothers are lazy who beat women too. He's dying sick and alone now. Wonderful. Pull the plug. Pull the damn plug.
Oh, I always remind my daddy. I said, I'm the oldest. I make the decisions. I'm going to need you to clean your mouth up. I'm your eldest child. I make the decisions.
For those of y'all that don't have your wrench and you on Patreon, inbox me on Patreon so I can give you your wrench. I gave some more wrenches today, but I know it's a couple of people that don't have theirs. So just put your URL in my inbox on Patreon and I'll have you wrenched up tonight. And I'm going to put up a poll for the movie. And Elle, did you want to tell them about your coffee?
Oh, yes. Okay. You know what? I forgot about that.
How you gonna forget about it?
Girl, that's dealing with the car accident, this dealing with that car accident stuff from last night. It's been hectic. But okay, guys. I am starting a new coffee business.
Then my website is welovecoffee.org. I'm uploading some more pictures and descriptions on products right now, but I have all different kinds. I will have all different kinds of coffee, whatever coffee that you can think of that you would like to drink, and you would like to get a 1 pound bag a month, 2 pound bag a month, or 3 pounds, depending upon how much coffee you drink. Um, and it's like a monthly coffee subscription, basically. I
Y'all
have
gonna have a cup
Colombian.
of coffee from a divested woman company. Hey, that's what's up.
Oh, I would
I
definitely
have
sign up. I love coffee.
everything. I have Colombian. I have a breakfast blend, house blend, French roast. I have the regular kinds like that. And then I have the flavor kind. I have your French vanillas, your caramel royales, s'mores, hazelnut, peppermint mocha, blueberry, French vanilla, whatever you can think of, I can get.
Would it be
So
like the coffee? It's hard for me to explain. Or will it be like in those K cups? Or do you have both?
no, I have K cups.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
was just making sure.
I have K cups of certain flavors, but if you want to get the flavored coffee, I can get that, but it would either be in ground or whole beans, whichever one. Because I know some people they have coffee grinders and they grind their own coffee. So some people request whole beans, or some people they want it ground. But I will be able to get certain flavors in the K cups, but my variety of flavors mainly that you can get, just the whole variety, is mainly going to be ground in the form of ground and whole beans and bags. So
That's what's up.
you guys can
Congratulations, man.
thank you. You guys can email me and ask me, hey, do you have this kind? Hey, do you have this kind? And um I can tailor something for you depending upon how much.
Put your information in the comment section and I'll pin the comment up under this video.
Okay.
So let me drag so we can get up out of here. DMX, I hope that you go straight to hell, sir. I hope your kids, all 15 of them, are not a menace to the rest of us. If they're anything like you, God help us all. To his fiance, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking, being affianced to such an animal. To his ex-wife, why did you give him 4 children? Girl, what's wrong with you? Were you on crack with him? I don't know. To the doctors, pull that fucking plug. That's it, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming out.
Love y'all.
Love you back.